Hello students, we are discussing commercial cells. We have already discussed primary cells, which include our dry cell. You know the dry cell is becomes dead after some time. It stops to provide electricity and hence are needed to be thrown out away. Then we have another type of cells which are called secondary cells. Secondary cells, these are the cells which can be recharged by passing electricity through them. Therefore, they are called storage cells or accumulators. Storage means they store electricity or they accumulate electricity. Examples we have lead storage cell and we have nickel cadmium storage cells. First, lead storage cell. These you are acquainted with them. These are the batteries or cells which we use in automobiles, which we use in inverters. These are made up of basically of many cells. Each cell provides a current of 2 volt. Its voltage is 2. It is therefore, in order to get a minimum of 6 volt which is needed, we connect 3 cells in series, and sometimes we need 12 volt voltage. We then connect 6 cells in series. So what is the construction of the cell is that it consists of a number of plates connected in parallel. Here are one plate, second plate, third. These are connected in parallels to form one anode. Each what is this made of? Each of these plates is made of a grid of lead filled with finely divided spongy lead. We have a grid of lead like this. This is like this plate like, and it is filled with this spongy finely divided lead. So this is our anode, and cathode is again a number of plates connected in parallel, which are again a grid of lead. Each plate is a grid of lead filled with lead dioxide. These are filled with lead dioxide. The anode is filled with lead. These are arranged alternatively. One anode plate, cathode plate, anode plate, cathode plate alternatively. These are separated by perforated these plastic sheets and are suspended in dilute sulfuric acid, which acts as an electrolyte. How it works? What happens at the anode? Lead, we have lead here. Lead is solid. It combines with sulfur dioxide and forms lead sulfate and releases 2 electrons. So it releases electrons which in the reaction is therefore oxidation. At cathode we have, they are made of lead dioxide. They combine with sulfate and form these hydrogen ions and 2 electrons which come from anode to form lead sulfate and 2 molecules of water. So this is reduction. Here electrons are absorbed. You can see that here in anode reaction, electrons are released which go through external circuit and come to cathode, where they are absorbed in this chemical reaction. So this continues release of electrons from anode and absorption of electrons at cathode is a continuous process, and this is the cause of this is basically the source of the electric current. Okay, we can now combine these two reactions, add the reaction to get this chemical reaction. So these as we have already said that they can be recharged. How are they recharged? What happens in recharging? That these reactions at anode and cathode are reversed by the passage of electricity. So they are similar to electrolytic cells. While electrolytic cells we process electricity to conduct an electric reaction. So here the reaction is conducted reaction. These reactions which are spontaneous during working are made to occur by the passage of electricity. You see here we have lead plus sulfate gives lead sulfate electron. Here lead sulfate and electron. Since lead sulfate is solid, it remains stick to this anode. Here when we pass electricity, it absorbs electron and goes into solution as lead and sulfate. Okay, similarly lead sulfate at cathode combines with water to form lead oxide, sulfate ion, H positive ions, and 2 electrons. Okay, so this is reversed. When this is fully reversed after some time, we said it is fully charged, we can use it again. When we use it, the reaction happens like this, and this becomes discharged. We say it exhausted, and we can recharge it again. The recharging of is possible because these lead sulfate which is formed in this reaction is solid and remains stick to the electrodes, so that it again is utilized in the recharging process. We can say that we can see here that actually these sulfate and hydrogen ions are consumed. It means that after some time the density of the sulfuric acid falls, and we need to recharge it. We need to add a fresh sulfuric acid after some time. Okay.